things, I think. Yeah, thank you. I hope they. Sio karibu sana. Kidogo. Okay, thank you. Professor John Strathers, the Chancellor of the Mount Kenya University. Professor Simon Gisharu, the founder of Mount Kenya University and Chairman, the Board of Directors. Madam Jane Nyutu, the co-founder of Mount Kenya University. Members of the University Board of Directors. Professor David K. Serem, the Chairman, the University Council, members of Mount Kenya University Council present, the Chairman and members of Makerere University Business School Council, Honorable national and county government leaders, including the honorable members of parliament who are going to graduate today, Vice Chancellor, Professor Stanley Waudo, members of the Management Board and Senate, distinguished guests, alumni representatives, members of the staff, parents and guardians, graduates and students, ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely delighted to be here today during this auspicious occasion of the 15th graduation ceremony of Mount Kenya University. It is an honor, as you already have known, for me to be here because I'm associated with this university. I pay gratitude to Mount Kenya University management and the entire fraternity for this invitation to serve during this graduation ceremony as a guest speaker. To the graduates, I applaud you all for the conquest and accomplishments in academia that you have been able to achieve in order for you to be sitting here awaiting the award of your degrees and certificates. You are actually ready-made products. I believe we don't half-bake here, because this is a term I have heard that some universities are producing half-baked graduates. It is my trust that with this great university's history and determination, you have been prepared well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm equally thrilled to be in the company of the new Chancellor of Mount Kenya University, Professor John Strathers, a professor with whom I share other academic and family relation. Thank you very much for having accepted the invitation by this university to serve as a Chancellor. Your tenure here will not be in vain. I join others in appreciating you, the Chancellor, for having accepted to serve here, and we look forward to great opportunities of sharing your experience, enormous experience. Enormous experience because you're currently a professor, but more than anything else, because you have traversed Africa. You have had an experience in other African countries, in Nigeria, in Mauritius, in Ghana, where I think you have part of your family. I trust that through this experience, we shall be able to gain a lot. And the agenda of the Kenyan universities, which we are driving at the Commission for university education will be realized, that agenda of internationalization, because universities which look inwards and create people from themselves only will fail to seize the opportunity of internationalization. Having a chancellor from an overseas university with such vast international experience will certainly serve as a catalyst towards promoting the holistic internationalization of Mount Kenya. Therefore, Ms. Chancellor, allow me also to sound a word of appreciation to the Mount Kenya fraternity for the choice of today's theme, that one of promotion of innovation and entrepreneurship for sustainable development. This theme is both timely and relevant. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commission for University Education, where I serve as the chairman, organized a conference 1 month ago under the theme of positioning universities as the nexus of research, innovation, and technology for socioeconomic transformation. Looking at today's theme for this 15th graduation ceremony of Mount Kenya University, I find a significant similarity. You'll agree with me that time has come when the universities, both locally and internationally, have to do all they can to promote research and innovation so as to catalyze growth in the local and the global context and in various areas of specialization. Research and innovation will surely spur the growth and development of our communities. And this is the way to go. Secondly, allow me to critically analyze with you, step by step, two legendary individuals who made a significant contribution towards the realization of innovations early in 1900. These innovators were the Wright brothers, Wilbur Wright and Orville Wright, who on 17th December 1903 at 10:35 a.m. gave the world the innovative gift of the first ever heavier-than-air powered machine that did maiden-powered flight for only 12 seconds. This was a gift that for sure revolutionized the world of travel back then and up to date, and where we can attest its countless benefits through the aviation industry and the way this industry has continued to transform the world of knowledge, travel, business, and friendship. Quoting the words of the two commentators, Bruce Kasnoff, 2016, and Patty Johnson, 2015, who wrote about these brothers, there are several lessons about innovation to be learned from the Wright brothers, and it is this that I would like to share with the graduates of today. Ladies and gentlemen, today, as we pass out these graduates to go and conquer the world, I would like to share with you a few of these lessons. Number one, innovators must have a vision, and they must remain focused on the vision, and above all, they must be resilient. They should not pay attention to criticism, for indeed, the final proof of greatness lies in the ability to endure criticism without wavering. In other language, we say, keep your eyes on the ball. According to the available literature, the Wright brothers once heard their father, who was a bishop then, saying that it is a hearsay to imagine people can fly, and God never made a mistake in creating man without wings. This was a criticism to his two sons who were preoccupied with the idea of gadgets which eventually ended up flying. However, this did not discourage the two brothers from spearheading their innovation. Number two, innovators must appreciate that an innovation takes time to develop its prototype to a commercial product. Borrowing from the Wright brothers, they produced the first prototype glider in 1900, followed by the second in 1901, and another one in 1902, only to make a breakthrough when they flew for those seconds in 1903. Number three, innovators should not be threatened by competition. During the same period, when the Wright brothers were working on their innovation, there were other researchers who were also trying to fly and create an innovation. However, this did not make them quit. As Nancy Passy posts, competition is a good thing. It forces us to do our best. Competition will always be there. However, one must always adopt a superior strategy that gives you a winning edge over the other competitors. And for you graduates, I think what we need to say is that when you're coming out from Mount Kenya, you have the skills. And these skills, many other people have those skills. But you'll be in the world where your idea will not be only your idea. It will be also an idea of somebody else. But remain steadfast and focus on realizing your objective. Number four, innovators should not be afraid of failing. Success is not a final, and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Therefore, innovators must ensure that they learn from their mistakes as they excel from one prototype to a more superior one. Indeed, the worst mistake that one can make is to expect that you'll have instant success. Innovations require time to develop to completion. Number five, innovators must seek help whenever necessary. They must research on the ideas and seek help from other experts. The Wright brothers, too, looked for advisors to help them on the theory and practice of their innovation. And I trust that Mount Kenya University graduates, and those of you who are graduates today, when you join these graduates, they are not individual people who just keep the knowledge to themselves. You must always learn how to share what you have gained and what you are innovating so that you can gain from the advice of others. Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue, it is so clear that universities need to establish innovation, entrepreneurial incubators and accelerators where they attach professors, students, and various levels to work persistently on innovations. It is at the incubation centers and accelerators that they will develop ideas to create patentable prototypes and forge on the final products that can be commercialized. At such incubation centers and accelerators, funding could be sought from various government and non-governmental agencies, as well as from individuals or philanthropists. I have been informed that the Board of Directors of Mount Kenya University has established the Graduate Enterprise Academy, GEA, way back in 2013, which has continued to serve as a business accelerator for alumni who have business startups. Through Graduate Enterprise Academy, alumni startups are supported to enhance their survival and the growth into big organizations. I'm hoping that the group of graduates whom we are addressing today will join this trend. I've also learned that Mount Kenya University, in collaboration with Kenyatta University, the Kenya National Commission for UNESCO, and Leuphana University of Germany, have put up modalities to collaborate in various counties in Kenya to train youth on entrepreneurial skills with the primary aim of jobs and wealth creation. This is a novel idea and an innovation in itself as we move forward to encourage individuals to create opportunities within the grounds where they operate. It should be embraced by many universities so that the 47 counties in this country can also have working relationship with some universities to develop. As we are all aware, there are many graduates and non-graduate youths who are desperately looking for jobs, and such opportunities will allow them to be gainfully employed. It is therefore our responsibility as universities to work with these youths, help them change their mindset from white-collar job mentality to job creation through practical-oriented training. They have to roll up their sleeves and practically do it in order to emerge as successful entrepreneurs who will not only create best paying jobs for themselves, but also for others, their friends, as well as neighbors and people from other backgrounds. For that reason, I commend the aforementioned Kenya National Commission for UNESCO-led consortium for assisting the youth to create job opportunities. Now, to the graduating students. The world you are joining today is a world of competition for limited available jobs and opportunities. Grab one, but share the idea with your friends. Take the opportunity availed by Mount Kenya University, your alma mater, to join the Graduate Enterprise Academy. Enroll for the Mount Kenya University, Kenyatta University, Leuphana University Entrepreneurial Promotion Program. Learn to be job creators and create your own wealth. Dear graduates, take the advantage while you are still young, and you'll never regret. However, remember that to be successful innovator and successful business persons, this does not happen overnight. But you must learn how to start today, because if you don't make the first step, then you'll never walk. Ladies and gentlemen, regarding the Kenya National Commission for UNESCO Consortium, I urge the partners to seek development partners to join you in joint initiative of youth training and entrepreneurship at the counties. This will be a sure way of enhancing sustenance and expanding access to more and more beneficiaries at the counties. I'm also aware that at times you may have a program that targets the youth, but they do not enroll due to improper sensitization. The county governments should help Mount Kenya University and Kenyatta University to sensitize the youth so that they are engaged fully in all the initiatives that are underpinned in this program. Mr. Chancellor, the government of Kenya has a policy of 30% of all government supplies set aside as a special reserve for the youth and persons living with disabilities, which is commonly referred to as access to Government Procurement Opportunities, AGPO. I am sure the joint effort of Mount Kenya University and Kenyatta University and the Kenya National Commission for University, Kenya National Commission for UNESCO and the Leufana University will go a long way towards youth skills empowerment to increase uptake of the government procurement opportunities by the Kenya youth. And through this arrangement, it will be possible for the Kenya youth to establish their own businesses. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, in support of the students' innovation, the Commission for University Education will continue to encourage exhibitions of student innovations during our annual conferences. As you may recall, those of you who attended our last conference, we are going to change this conference from a 2-year conference into a 1-year conference because we have learned that innovations cannot wait for that long. I therefore urge all universities in Kenya to put in place modalities that will allow patenting and the commercialization of the products emanating from their lecturers, professors, and students' innovations. In this way, universities will be able to get third-stream revenue, funding students will earn good payments from their own efforts, and the country's economy will be transformed as envisioned in Vision 2030 and the Agenda 4, which we are currently moving on. However, new graduates, I want to inform you, just like it has been mentioned here, that in order for you to succeed, we must always maintain the highest level of ethics and professionalism. Integrity is the hallmark of success for those of you who have gone through a great university like this. We expect that we shall not be reading in the newspapers bad stories about the alumni of Mount Kenya University. Go out there, overcome the world, create jobs, and apply the aforementioned principles in that world. Now, to you, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to conclude by thanking you again, all of you, starting from Ms. Chancellor, the founders of this great university, the chairman of the council, the vice chancellor, the council itself, and all of you, including lecturers who teach here and the students who learn here, that you have a great jewel. Let's take care of it. The Almighty God will bless us. And I wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you very much.
Allow me to invite the Chancellor of Mount Kenya University, Professor John Struthers, to address the congregation. Thank you.
Guest speaker, Professor Chacha Nyaigotti-Chacha, Chairman, Commission for University Education, Professor Simon N. Gicharo, founder of Mount Kenya University and Chairman of the Board of Directors, Madam Jane Nyoto, co-founder of Mount Kenya University, members of the University Board of Directors, Professor David K. Serem, Chairman, University Council, members of Mount Kenya University Council, Chairman and members of Makerere University Business School Council, honorary national and county government leaders present, Vice Chancellor Professor Stanley W. Waldo, members of Management Board and Senate, distinguished guests, alumni representatives, members of staff, parents and guardians, graduates and students, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Jambo. I am profoundly honored to be part of this memorable event. Once again, I stand here today in fulfillment of the noble and honourable role of the Chancellor of Mount Kenya University. Allow me to commence by passing my greetings from my family, from my university, and from the Kenyan community in Scotland. You probably have recognised from the clothes that I'm wearing that I come from Scotland. It's very difficult not to identify me as somebody from Scotland because this is the traditional Scottish dress or kilt that men wear in Scotland. And we have so many different colours, so many different varieties that represent different ways of life and walks of life in Scotland. So I'm very proud to wear this national dress here in Kenya. To my friends in Scotland and to my family in Scotland and to my colleagues, Mount Kenya University has become part of their lives. And as they follow through the university graduation ceremonies since August this year, which I had the privilege of presiding over, they share the immense joy with the parents, graduands, the university fraternity, and the entire Kenyan community. Ladies and gentlemen, having listened to the words echoed by the speakers before me, undeniably, many important messages have been shared with you. I particularly want to thank our guest speaker, Professor Chacha Nyaigotti-Chacha, Chairman of the Commission for University Education, who has graced us with his presence here today, and for inspiring all of us with his wonderful speech. And I'm very grateful for the kind words that he said about me as the Chancellor. We are most grateful to you, sir. Let me move on to the theme of my talk, which is to discuss the importance of consortia-based partnerships for Mount Kenya University. The information that I will share with you is testimony to the reality that strategic partnerships at this university enhance the promotion of innovations and entrepreneurship among students and staff at this university, and at every university, in fact. So in that regard, I applaud the university management for forming various partnerships. For example, the Inter-University Interdisciplinary Research Consortium with 3 universities, namely University of Eldoret in Kenya, Kiamboko University in Uganda, and I will try to pronounce this name, Chukwemeka Odoweka Ojukwu University, let's call it COOU, in Nigeria. On behalf of this consortium, Mount Kenya University hosted the 5th International Interdisciplinary Research Conference on the 17th, between the 17th and the 19th of October this year. The consortium publishes the African Journal of Science and Technology. The chair of the consortium is currently the Vice-Chancellor of Mount Kenya University, and this is a position that is held on a 1-year rotational basis. Similarly, through a partnership between Mount Kenya University School of Public Health and the African Institute of Public Health Professionals, Mount Kenya University hosted a conference that brought together professionals and stakeholders in the area of public health over the dates 24th to the 26th of October this year. This is commendable. Again, I applaud the university management for entering other consortia, for example, that which is based in 5 universities in Germany and 2 universities in Kenya. The German universities are Bonn, Rhein, and Sieg, University of Applied Sciences, Leuphana, University of Lüneburg, Leipzig University, Wismar University of Applied Sciences, and the Hasso-Plattner Institute. And the 2 universities in Kenya are Kenyatta University and Mount Kenya University. This consortium, referred to as Collaboration for Entrepreneurial Universities, has initiated a 3-year project which aims at capacity building of staff and students. To this end, 2 members of staff from the MKU Foundation participated in job shadowing, mentoring at the Bonn Rhein Sieg University for 10 days in November this year. Second example, ladies and gentlemen, efforts by the university management to form partnerships have resulted in the university being a member of a consortium under the banner of African Higher Education Leadership in Advancing Inclusive Innovation for Development. This consortium has 12 higher education institutions and 1 NGO, namely 4 universities from Europe, in Romania, Poland, UK and Italy, 1 NGO from Bulgaria, 5 universities from Kenya. The 5 universities in this consortium from Kenya are Mount Kenya University, Kenyatta University, Kibabi University, Kisii University, and the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. This consortium has 2 universities also from Tanzania, Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology, and the State University of Zanzibar, and 3 universities from Uganda, Makerere University, Kiambogo University, and Lear University. In addition to these partnerships, I'm also delighted to announce that faculty members at my home university, the University of the West of Scotland, and Mount Kenya University, have also been active in bidding for research grant proposals. One of these proposals has been funded by the British Council in the United Kingdom under the theme Cultural Heritage for Inclusive Growth in Kenya. I warmly congratulate the faculty at both universities for securing this grant, which will help to embed the growing relationship between our 2 institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, I also laud Mount Kenya University management and the staff of the new Data Analytics Institute of Germany for launching a data science for SMEs training project in 5 counties in Kenya, namely Nairobi, Nyeri, Kisumu, Eldoret, and Mombasa. As I conclude my talk, I appreciate the work of all development partners who have joined Mount Kenya in its endeavour to offer quality, affordable, and accessible education to its many different communities here in Kenya and in East Africa as a whole. I encourage the Vice-Chancellor and his able and dedicated team of administrators to forge on relentlessly to ensure that the Mount Kenya University flag remains raised and high at all times as the university of choice for all in East Africa. Finally, I want to congratulate the graduands and their sponsors, parents, and guardians for the successful completion of their courses at Mount Kenya University. Studying for a university degree or diploma is a journey and not a destination. In fact, it is no exaggeration to say that the educational journey really never ends. I'm still learning, for example. But it always continues. And this is how you should view this special day for you and your families. And on that note, I would like you all to applaud your families right now. Kenya is a great nation. It is also a great nation of athletes. In that regard, the educational journey is more like a marathon than a sprint. Of course, Kenya has produced and continues to produce so many superb marathon runners. And this is in evidence at Olympic Games and various other athletic events throughout the world. And I'm thinking of this metaphor of a marathon. When you watch these marathon runners running for over 20 kilometers, along the way, people are giving them water so that they don't dehydrate or collapse. And sometimes we see them, they're just about to reach the finishing line, and some of them actually collapse just before the end. But sometimes they just pick themselves up and get across that finishing line. Indeed, we have such a marathon runner in our own university who has achieved some very good records in various games, including the Olympic Games. And he suffered from that just near the end of a race, unfortunately. So I was thinking of this metaphor, and these people who are giving water to the athletes, in terms of your journey here, these are your family. These are your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, your partners. So always think of that. And in terms of this educational race that you have just begun, you have completed the first section of the race. And if you so choose, you can progress to even higher levels. Therefore, to the graduates assembled here today, please aspire to advance your studies and also to be the best that you can be in your lives. Explore all opportunities for self-development that are readily available and are within your reach. Mount Kenya University has equipped you with all the essential skills, knowledge, and attributes to be successful in your future lives. A good example of this is the work of the Graduate Enterprise Academy, which our guest speaker referred to within this university, and all the support it can offer you to help you in your future options to start your own businesses, for example. And so, go forth to the job market with confidence that success lies ahead. Believe in yourselves, but also trust in the Almighty God. Be honest and live an ethical life as you face the future, and success will be on your side. But be patient too. And rather end this speech with my own words, I would rather end it by referring to that wonderful passage from the prophet Isaiah in the Hebrew Scriptures, in the 40th chapter of that book. And this is my message to you today. In the 40th chapter of the book of Isaiah, he gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. And so may this be the same for you all. Finally, long live Mount Kenya University. Long live our partners. And long live our students and the alumni fraternity. And to our graduates today, in the words of the university mission, may you unlock infinite possibilities. Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2019. Asante sana na Mungu awabariki.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is my honor to invite Dean School of Social Sciences to present the best male and female graduates for recognition.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you Madam Jane Wangari Gesharu and Mr. Wilfred Victor Juma, graduates who attained the highest cumulative average score among the female and male graduates in the 15th graduation ceremony for recognition. The graduates were undertaking Bachelor of Arts in Mass Media and Communication in the Department of Journalism and Mass Media Communication, and Bachelor of Arts Counseling Psychology in the Department of Counseling Psychology, respectively from the School of Social Sciences. With your permission, sir, I now request the awardees to walk to the dais, ready to receive their recognition awards. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is my humble honor to invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Research Affairs, Dr. Bibian Waiganjo Aidi, to call upon the Deans of Schools to present the respective candidates for the conferment of degrees and award of diplomas and certificates of Mount Kenya University. Welcome, Madam.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to invite the Deans of Schools to present the candidate who have satisfied Mount Kenya University Board of Examiner for conferment of degrees, award of diplomas, and certificate in the following order. For PhD, we will have the Dean School of Business and Economics, following by the Dean School of Education. For Masters, we will have the Dean School of Public Health, then Dean School of Medical School, Dean School of Social Sciences, Dean School of Business and Economics, and finally the Dean School of Education. For postgraduate diploma in project management and project planning and management, and postgraduate diploma in education. For bachelor's diploma and certificate, they will be presented in the following order: Dean School of Law, Dean School of Pharmacy, Dean School of Clinical Medicine, Dean School of Nursing, Dean School of Public Health, Dean Medical School, Dean School of Engineering, Energy and the Built Environment, Dean School of Pure and Applied Sciences, Dean School of Computing and Informatics, Dean School of Social Sciences, Dean School of Hospitality, Travel and Tourism Management, Dean School of Business and Economics, and finally the Dean School of Education. I now call upon the Dean School of Business and Economics to present the PhD graduates.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you Madam Maria Waboi Mongara, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration and Management from the School of Business and Economics. The candidate's thesis is titled Adoption of Growth Strategies on Organizational Performance of Supermarkets in Kenya. Her supervisors were Professor George Gogera and Dr. Feristas Jeru. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidate to stand and be escorted to the dais by her supervisors for crowning and conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration and Management of Mount Kenya University.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6, Subsection B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration and Management in the School of Business and Economics, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degree. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you Mr. Stephen Kamau Aroe, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration and Management from the School of Business and Economics. The candidate's thesis is titled Analysis of Effects of Merger Strategies on Financial Performance of Commercial Banks listed in the Nairobi Security Exchange in Kenya. His supervisors were Dr. Julius Bichanga and Dr. Feristas Jeru. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidate to stand and be escorted to the dais by his supervisors for crowning and conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration and Management of Mount Kenya University.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6, Subsection B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration and Management in the School of Business and Economics, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degree. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you Mr. Jage Makanga, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiner for the conferment of Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration and Management from the School of Business and Economics. The candidate's thesis is titled Analysis of Strategic Resource Alignments on Organizations' Performance in Selected Companies listed in Nairobi Security Exchange in Kenya. His supervisors were Professor George Gogera and Dr. Elastus Rojo. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidate to stand and be escorted to the dais by his supervisors for crowning and conferment of degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration and Management of Mount Kenya University.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6, Subsection B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration and Management in the School of Business and Economics, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degree. Congratulations.
Lifting our hands to you. Here we are, giving you thanks for all you do. As we pray and worship your holy.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you Mr. Jage Karue, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Doctor of Philosophy in Education from the School of Education. His area of specialization is Administration, Management and Leadership. The candidate thesis is titled Influence of Utilization of Instructional Resources on Students' Performance in History and Government in Public Secondary Schools in Embu County, Kenya. His supervisors were Dr. Githoi Kimamo and Dr. Anne Moiro. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidate to stand and be escorted to the dais by his supervisors for crowning and conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Education of Mount Kenya University.
Master of Public Administration, Master of Science in Procurement and Supplies Management, Master of Science in Human Resource Management, and Master of Science in Marketing, respectively, from the School of Business and Economics. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidate to stand and wait for the conferment of the degree of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 53 candidates listed on page 19 of the graduation booklet, starting from Anthony Wahugu Wakori and ending with Mweruti Peris, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Master of Education from the School of Education. With your permission, sir, I call upon all the master's candidates from all the schools to stand and wait for the conferment of the degree of Mount Kenya University.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6, Subsection B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the master's degrees in the respective schools, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you one candidate listed on page 21 of the graduation booklet, Naziwa Jacqueline, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the award of postgraduate diploma in project planning and management from the School of Business and Economics. With your permission, sir, allow me to call upon the candidate to stand and remain standing until she is awarded postgraduate diploma in project planning and management of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 79 candidates listed on page 21 of the graduation booklet, starting from Dina Bagabo Anastas and ending with Odete Mujawimana, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the award of a postgraduate diploma in education from the School of Education. With your permission, sir, allow me to call upon all the postgraduate diploma candidates to stand for the award of the respective postgraduate diplomas of Mount Kenya University and an award bow at the seat.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6, Subsection B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the postgraduate diploma from the respective schools, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the diplomas. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 76 candidates listed on page 23 of the graduation booklet, starting from Charles Steve Ayugi, ending with Engineer Jora Salim, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Bachelor of Laws from the School of Law. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degree of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 18 candidates listed on page 23 of the graduation booklet, starting from Jalia Alice and ending with Wizeyemana Theogene, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for their conferment of the Bachelor of Pharmacy from the School of Pharmacy. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 34 candidates listed on page 24 of the graduation booklet, starting from Eparis Amlen and ending with Virginia Muthina Kavinya, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Bachelor of Science in Clinical Medicine and Community Health and Bachelor of Science in Health Records and Information Management, respectively from the School of Clinical Medicine. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to start and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 103 candidates listed on pages 24 to 25, starting with Abatesi Tande and ending with Wanjara Miri Ann, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the School of Nursing. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to start and wait for the conferment of the degree of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 59 candidates listed on pages 25 to 26 of the graduation booklet, starting from Kimemia Joseph Maina and ending with Rebecca Mwende Mudoka, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Public Health, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Health, Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics, respectively, from the School of Public Health. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 59 candidates listed on page 26 of the graduation booklet, starting from Adelaide Okwizera and ending with Ochiel George Otieno, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Science in Medical Laboratory Sciences, Bachelor of Science in Oral Health, and Bachelor of Science in Dental Technology, respectively, from the medical school. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 7 candidates listed on page 26 and 27 of the graduation booklet, starting from Cheriot Philemon and ending with Jegede Seun, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelors of Science in Energy and Environmental Technology, Bachelor of Science in Petroleum Exploration and Production, and Bachelor of Science in Real Estate Management, respectively, from the School of Engineering, Energy, and the Built Environment. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degree of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 130 candidates listed on page 27 to 29 of the graduation booklet, starting from Anyanga John and ending with Jacob Ben, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Business Information Technology, Bachelor of Science in Information Science, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Information and Communication Technology, respectively, from the School of Computing and Informatics. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 11 candidates listed on page 29 of the graduation booklet, starting from Benson Mukiri and ending with Eunice Ngugi, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Bachelor of Science in Animal Health and Production and Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science, respectively, from the School of Pure and Applied Sciences. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 391 candidates listed on page 29 to 33 of the graduation booklet, starting from Andrew Mburu Kimani and ending with Washira Joyce Wangoi, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Arts in Security Studies and Criminology, Bachelor of Arts in Justice and Security Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration and Governance, Bachelor of Social Work and Administration, Bachelor of Arts in Community Development, Bachelor of Arts in Peace Studies and Conflict Resolution, Bachelor of Counseling Psychology, Bachelor of Development Studies, and Bachelor of Arts in Mass Media and Communication, respectively, from the School of Social Sciences. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 41 candidates listed on page 33 and 34 of the graduation booklet, starting from Alice Kawera Kagendo and ending with Zoula Mukeshimani, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management and Bachelor of Science in Travel and Tourism Management, respectively, from the School of Hospitality, Travel and Tourism Management. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 592 candidates listed on page 34 up to 41 of the graduation booklet, starting from Ochieng Anthony Oniara and ending with Maureen Asaba, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelors of Business Management, Bachelors of Commerce, Bachelors of Economics and Finance, Bachelors of Economics and Statistics, and Bachelors of Management and Office Administration, respectively, from the School of Business and Economics. With your permission, sir, I call upon the candidate to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 1,918 candidates listed on page 41 to 56 of the graduation booklet, starting from Daniel Kirago Maina and ending with Teresa Wagoi Nganga, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Education Arts, Bachelor of Education Science, Bachelor of Education Special Needs Education, Bachelor of Education Early Childhood Studies, and Bachelor of Education Primary Option, respectively, from the School of Education. With your permission, sir, I call upon all the candidates from all the schools to start for the conferment of the respective degrees of Mount Kenya University and then bow at the seat.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6, Subsection B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the respective degrees of Mount Kenya University from the respective schools, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degrees. Congratulations.
We kindly request you to remain seated for a few minutes before we finish. Less than 10 minutes. Kindly be patient as we finish the program. Kindly.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 666 candidates listed on page 58 to 66 of the graduation booklet, starting from Ismail Kadire Hassan and ending with Farida Duko Musa, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the award of Diploma in Law, Diploma in Pharmaceutical Technology, Diploma in Clinical Medicine and Surgery, Diploma in Health Records and Information Technology, Diploma in Nutrition and Dietetics, Diploma in Clinical and Community Health, Diploma in Community Health and HIV/AIDS Management, Diploma in Environmental Health Science, Diploma in Community Oral Health, Diploma in Dental Technology, Diploma in Medical Laboratory Sciences, Diploma in Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Diploma in Medical Engineering, Diploma in Business Information Technology, Diploma in Information Technology, Diploma in Animal Health and Production, Diploma in Science Laboratory Sciences, Diploma in Journalism and Mass Communication, Diploma in Community Health and Social Work, Diploma in Security Studies and Criminology, Diploma in Public Relations and Diplomacy, Diploma in Counseling Psychology, Diploma in Hospitality Management, Diploma in Travel and Tourism Management, Diploma in Banking and Finance, Diploma in Business Management, Diploma in Human Resource Management, Diploma in Supplies and Procurement Management, Diploma in Education Arts, Diploma in Education Science, Diploma in Education Special Needs Education, and Diploma in Education Early Childhood Studies. With your permission, sir, I call upon all the diploma graduates to stand for the award of the respective diplomas of Mount Kenya University, and on award, bow at the seat.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6, Subsection B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the respective diplomas of Mount Kenya University in the respective schools, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you power to read and to do all that appertain to the diplomas. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 97 candidates listed on page 68 and 69 of the graduation booklet, starting from Asha Dae and ending with Chebet Clara, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the award of Certificate in Health Records and Information Technology, Certificate in Community Health and HIV/AIDS Management, Certificate in Nutrition and Dietetics, Certificate in Medical Laboratory Sciences, Certificate in Animal Health Production, Certificate in Journalism and Mass Communication, Certificate in Public Relations and Diplomacy, Certificate in Community Health and Social Work, Certificate in Hospitality Management, Certificate in Travel and Tourism Management, Certificate in Human Resource Management, Certificate in Business Management, Certificate in Banking and Finance, Certificate in Supplies and Procurement. With your permission, sir, may I call upon all the certificate graduates to stand for the award of the respective certificates of Mount Kenya University and then bow at the seat.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6, Subsection B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the respective certificates of Mount Kenya University in various schools, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you power to read and to do all that appertain to the certificates. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, and this is to all graduates. Kindly, I want to invite the Registrar Academic Administration, Dr. Ronald Madai, to make a major announcement and highlight the key features of Mount Kenya University certificate.
Good morning. Please don't go, we have some special announcements. If you go to page 76 of your booklet, you'll see we have a prototype of the certificate that you are going to receive. That certificate is very sophisticated. It cannot be forged. It is light paper, it is 90 grammage, and the reason why it is light is so that we can include all the safety features. That document cannot be forged. It has more than 10 security features. Some of them you can see, some of them you cannot see. If you go to the bottom right hand, you'll see there is what we call the QR code. That QR code has all your details. You cannot read unless you download an app from the phone. It's called the QR reader. Then you'll be able to read all your details. So this document is very complicated. It cannot be forged. So you have a very genuine document. Wherever you present it, it is a very legal and very complicated document. Now, we are going to issue the certificates from the 17th of December. So from the 17th, you can pick your certificates from your respective campus. And for the gowns, you are supposed to return them by the 21st. So please, when you clear, you can pick your certificates from the 17th and your transcripts. Otherwise, thank you so much. Have a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, ladies and gentlemen, let's all be upstanding. Kindly, let's all be upstanding. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is my humble duty to invite the Vice Chancellor, Mount Kenya University, Professor Stanley Waudo, to dissolve the 15th graduation ceremony of Mount Kenya University. Welcome, sir.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Section 6, subsections B and C, and as by the powers bestowed upon me by the University Senate, I do hereby declare the congregation of the 15th graduation ceremony of Mount Kenya University dissolved. Thank you.
I now request members of the congregation to stand still for the national anthem played by the Mount Kenya University Brass Band. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now request the Chancellor's academic procession to leave in the reverse order, starting with the base bearer, the Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, Chairman, Board of Directors, Guest Speaker, members of Board of Directors, Chairman of University Council, Vice Chancellors of other University Councils, Registrars, Deans, Directors, Head of Departments, members of staff, and 2 student representatives.